What would you say if you knew they were your final words? Would you cry for help? Would you curse your enemies? Would you scream in agony? Jesus forgave. He prayed. He promised heaven. He spoke of thirst, of pain, of peace, of purpose. The last 7 sentences he ever spoke while suffering on a Roman cross were not just words. They were prophecy, truth, love, and life itself. Today, 2,000 years later, they still speak. And today, you will hear them as if for the first time. This is the story of the last 7 words of Jesus Christ. Part 1. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Luke 23:34. Jesus hangs between 2 criminals, his hands torn, his back whipped raw, blood dripping from his head. The soldiers below gamble for his garments. The crowd laughs, mocking the King of the Jews. And then he speaks, not in anger, not in judgment, but in mercy. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Even while suffering, he pleads for their forgiveness, for the soldiers, for the priests, for the crowd, even for you, even for me. Jesus taught forgiveness all his life, but now he lived it in his death. This is divine love. This is radical grace. This is Jesus. Part 2. Truly, I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise. 2 criminals are crucified next to Jesus. One mocks him, the other believes. He looks at Jesus and says, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus replies, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." The first person to receive the promise of heaven after the cross was a thief. He had no time to do good deeds. He simply believed. And in one sentence, Jesus shattered every rule of religion. He didn't say, "Clean yourself up." He didn't say, "First, prove your worth." He said, "Today, you will be with me." Salvation is not earned. It is given. Grace doesn't need time. Just trust. No matter what you've done, no matter where you are, heaven is one breath of faith away. Part 3. Woman, here is your son. Here is your mother. John 19:26-27. In the middle of excruciating agony, Jesus looks down from the cross. He sees his mother, Mary, tears in her eyes, helpless, watching her son die. And next to her, his beloved disciple, John. Jesus speaks, "Woman, here is your son. Son, here is your mother." He doesn't stop being a son, but even in suffering, he creates a new family in his final moments. Love doesn't end at death. True love creates, connects, and protects, always. Even on the cross, Jesus takes care of those he loves. Even when he is dying, he gives life to others. Part 4. My God, why have you forsaken me? Matthew, this is the cry of a broken heart. Jesus, who walked in perfect unity with the Father, feels the crushing weight of sin. Not his sin, ours. He takes on every lie, every betrayal, every murder, every addiction, and in that darkness he feels alone. He says what many of us have whispered in silence, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" This is not doubt, this is not rebellion. It is the most honest, painful cry of the human soul. Jesus does not hide his pain from God, he brings it to him. And even in feeling forsaken, he still calls him my God. Faith is not pretending you're okay. Hey, faith is crying out when you're not. Part 5. I thirst. 2 words, I thirst. The creator of the oceans, the one who turned water into wine, the one who offered the Samaritan woman living water. Now he thirsts. Physically, yes, but also spiritually. He thirsts for his Father. He thirsts to complete the mission. He thirsts for you. He longs for your heart. He aches for your healing. This is not just a cry of pain. It is a call of longing. He thirsts because love burns in him like fire. Part 6. It is finished. The most powerful sentence ever spoken. It is finished. Not I am finished. The mission, the purpose, the battle, finished. Every prophecy fulfilled, every sacrifice completed, every curse broken, the price of sin paid in full. In Greek, the word is tetelestai, a legal term stamped on debts paid in full. He didn't whisper it, he declared it. He declared that you are no longer a slave, you are no longer guilty. The chains are broken. The door is open. It is finished. Part 7. Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. His final breath, his final words. Father, into your hands will I commit my spirit. The pain is unbearable, the wounds deep, the weight heavy, but he lets go. He trusts. He surrenders. Not to death, but to the Father. This is not an ending. It's the beginning of glory. Jesus did not fall into death. He placed himself into God's hands because he knew resurrection was coming. These were not just 7 random phrases. They were the very heartbeat of God. Forgiveness, faith, family, pain, longing, victory, surrender. Which one spoke to your soul today? Comment below. And if this message moved you, share it, because someone you love needs these words too. Jesus' last words were not the end. They were only the beginning. Thank you for watching. God bless you.